Good morning, and welcome to Old Fort Golf. Yesterday, I received a nice package from Golf Warehouse USA, and last October, I built this entire system from components from Turf Warehouse USA. Anyways, after thousands of hits in this insert, these are 5x5 hitting mats that I literally taped together with AstroTurf tape, making it a 10x5. And then I took the center section, which is a 2x3 center section here, of what's called Super T AstroTurf, and it is survived flawlessly. It's just amazing, and it's still functioning wonderfully. I talked to the people at Turf Warehouse USA, and I'll leave information on the video links and whatnot. And I asked them, I says, I would like to get a replacement. So anyways, they sent me up this, and very reasonably priced as well. So the Super T is what I built the foundation out of. I wanted a piece of material that I could putt on, but would also not bounce everywhere. It had great deadening. In the samples that I got from Turf Warehouse, they sent me a lot of samples. Super Putt, which was fantastic, and if all I was going to do was just putt on the surface, definitely. But the Super T material was basically designed for just that, a hitting area, fairway type of material. So, but as you can see, it hits the screen, comes back, and it literally just stops. It's got great deadening properties. On the hitting mat, as you can see, it's like that. So I didn't want balls just bouncing all over the sim room. Okay? Not something I'm very interested in at the moment. But as far as a dedicated putting, yeah, they have a product called Super Putt, and you'll find that the pricing at Turf Warehouse USA is very, very reasonable. But I called them up, and I was very interested in some replacement material for this, and I was able to get this package. We'll open that up here in a little bit. I've tried to find other replacements from other manufacturers. I got this from Amazon. They claimed it was a 2-foot by 3-foot section of Super T, but it's a lot thinner than what I got. It really, it's okay, but it's just not the same quality that I got. And I got this on Amazon, and it's good, but it's not Turf Warehouse USA quality. But I use it for other things. I was just kind of curious about it. This is what I use for a multiple surface, multiple grain hitting mat when I'm in the rough in the simulators. This is Turf Warehouse USA, and these are two different. This one's got a lot more yellow hair inside of it, and it's a little more plush to hit on. I haven't really noticed a lot of, you know, green residue on my clubs from it as well, but I believe it is a polyethylene. You'll have to call them and ask. What I did was, the way I built all of this, including the hitting mat, is I got 12-inch AstroTurf tape, and it is uber sticky, and it takes, and you got 6 inches to one side, 6 inches to the other side, so you can set in place half of the tape and then slowly work your other half of the turf that you want into where you get it very, very close. These are just scraps that I had left over from when I built this, and I had some samples left over from what they sent up to me, and it's just absolutely lovely. One of the things that I like is they do have the water weep holes cut through the base, so if you were to install this outside, okay, the water would have some place to go and drain off instead of bubbling up underneath it and creating a water bubble, which is just bad. But a lot of these external or outside turfs have that. As you saw on that one, it does not. So in the past, I was using hitting mats like this, multi-surface hitting mats, and I still use these when I go out to the range as well. So anyways, but I just got this in, and I've been waiting to unwrap it. So here we go. But I still got, I don't know, I could probably get another 1,000 rounds out of this easily. Though it just wears like iron, but it's like anything. You got to have replacement inventory, and that's exactly what I wanted, was replacement inventory. Let's see what we got here. Boy, they sure wrapped it up really nice. Really, really nice. Just dump it out. There we go. Now you can understand and see the cross section here between Turf Warehouse USA's Super T and that stuff. Let me just reiterate that again. This is what was bought on Amazon, okay? And they called this Super T. Not even close. This is Turf Warehouse. This is Super T right here. Look at this. Look at the cross section here. Okay? This is what all of this was based on. This is what's deadening the ball when it hits it. This is amazing, beautiful stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's finish opening. We'll get rid of this. This is amazing stuff. I just, when he said he had somebody I could buy from him, some scrap, I said, oh my goodness, yes. I'll take, 2 foot by 3 foot sections. I think he said this was 2 by 7, and anyways, I'm going to be nice and careful with a very sharp knife here. Oh my goodness. It's just a rare treat to have a new hitting mat material here. And you'll soon see why. Look at that. Oh, my God, that's gorgeous. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? Just, you know, I wish you were here to see this. Just how gorgeous that is. How deep that is. And heavy. Here's a wedge. Look at it sink in there. Oh, it just feels just like a fairway. It's just amazing. Absolute. The feel of it is incredible. It just, and it's heavy. You know, you know it's quality from the moment you look at it. And you take this cheap POS, Amazon cheap ass, and you just put the two together, and there's just no comparison. Absolutely no comparison whatsoever. What can I say, folks? You get what you pay for, but at Turf Warehouse USA, it's a fair price. I can't tell you what I paid for it, but it's a fair price. And I now have replacement material for that for the next, I don't know, 5 years, maybe more. But I could not be happier to have this material made available to me, because I've been looking around at other resources, and I haven't been able to find anything to take place of this. And it's true. I get into, and it wears amazing.
Ready.
Now this has been hit on, like I said, thousands and thousands of hits. And it just takes the abuse. I've seen replacement turf go from anywhere $50. Okay, on Amazon, to several $100s at other places on the internet. I can guarantee you I did not pay that kind of cash for that. Okay? Now, he sells by the square foot. Everybody does. And you pretty much have got to buy your chunk, the square footage that you want. But you're definitely getting a quality piece of turf. Very, very nice. And the odds are, when I redo my backyard into a golf sim, it is going to include a lot of this. At least from the hitting area. Does a nice job, right? Well, anyways, I can go on and on and on and on about this. And I'm going to be replacing that no time soon. But at least now I have the material to do so. So thank you very much for watching. And please excuse while I walk around and end the video. Look forward to your comments in the comment lines. Bye-bye.